Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I don't know what time you are watching this video. This is Eric from Quantico Cap, and this is Mauricio, who is a friend and user of Quantico Cap. And today he is the top one of Quantico Cap. Among all our users, he is the best we have, all right? And we are doing this interview here today due to the following fact. He is not only one of the best traders at Quantico Cap, but he's also one of the best traders at Apex. I've seen some interviews with the owner of Apex, and I know that most people don't withdraw money more than 3 times. The guy withdraws once, withdraws twice, and on the 3rd time, he breaks. It's hard for a person to maintain consistency. It's hard to withdraw once. Withdrawing twice is very hard. 3 times is almost impossible. Mauricio is already active 5th withdrawal.
I did 5.
He made 5.
Yeah.
Made 5 withdrawals and is about to make another one soon.
Maybe Wednesday, if everything goes well, there will be another one.
He's going for the 6th withdrawal at Apex. And we won't talk about numbers. But he trades with... You do the math with 20 accounts of $250,000.
No. From 50.
$50,000. 20 accounts of $50,000.
That's it.
You trade with a mini contract?
A mini.
A mini. Every day goes there, makes their 20 little points, 15 to 20, and so on.
15 to 20 points is my goal.
And now that he has already created a little cushion, now that he has made a foundation, now every week...
Yeah, the hardest part is making this mattress. Once you have this mattress,
it becomes easier.
Becomes easier.
Because the trading down doesn't get to you.
Exactly. That's the big secret.
It doesn't scare you. Well, anyway, he's the guy, right? And today we are going to have a chat with him here. Because at Apex, we have 300,000 active traders. That is the number at Apex. It is the largest prop firm in the world. At Quantico Cap, we have around approximately 300 active traders using our system. I see that many people make money every day, but I see that the guy wins, and then there comes a time and he loses everything. I see that some people withdraw. We are in the WhatsApp group, so you see there are many people who withdraw, but many people lose money, and many do not withdraw. So how is it possible, the reason for our conversation here today, how is it possible for him to be using the same indicator, the same system, the same business, and have such a different result from other people like that? That's where we're going to get to in this conversation today, right? So first of all, Mauricio, thank you for coming over. You came to my house to do this interview because he didn't want to do it. He said, man, I don't like to expose myself. We're very low key. All that stuff. I said, man, but this will help people. And then I had a chat with his wife and she said, okay, fine. I'll do the interview for you then. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, that's the idea. We really don't like to expose ourselves, and we don't like to imply that, for example, I am more than the people who are there at Quantico Cap. We have relationships. We know people via WhatsApp, and like everyone there are good professionals, intelligent people. So, and I am not the genie of the lamp.
You don't feel better than anyone else, in fact.
So I think that's what we need to put in. So I am not a genie from a lamp. I am not a professional guy. I think what really leads us to get results is to dive into it wholeheartedly. I mean, learn, study, listen to Eric, right? Listen, but it's not just letting it go in one ear and out the other. You have to listen, absorb it, and practice. Because without enough screen time, without having complete mastery of the tool, you won't know, you'll fail.
That's the point. Screen time, mastery of the tool. But the truth is, you can achieve that in 1 month, 2 months. The problem is that everyone spends too much time trying to, maybe complicating, or trying to invent, or trying. If you had started from the very first day with the simplest possible, without inventing anything, maybe your results would have come even earlier.
Of course, I mean, it took me 9 months to do the first one.
So tell me your story. When did you start?
So, with Quantico Cap, I started in January 2024. I already had some experience. 2022, 2023, trading with stocks with stock. So, it was really day trading, but like totally clueless about what I was doing. So until I won, lost, then after 2 years, I I don't know, $20,000, right? Something like that. And after 2 years, that's very little, isn't it? If you count the entire time. Then I saw a video of yours on Instagram. I thought, what is Eric doing? He's doing the PDR. He's doing this here. I mean, there must be something there, right?
We've already met. Make an appearance. We've known each other for a long time. When I arrived in the United States 16 years ago, Mauricio was already here. Someone recommended him to me. He was the guy who sold me my first car. He has a car shop here in Orlando. I don't know if you remember, but it's a blue Pacifica. It was the first car I bought here. It was with Mauricio, one of the first people I met here. Since then, we've known each other, talk once in a while, things like that. But then it's that story. Then sent me on Instagram.
Then I said, man. And then I started to follow and study. I said, man, I'm going to get into this. So then I subscribed to Quantico Cap and started trading. At the time, there were those little signals, right? Buy, sell, and I always had a lot of confidence, but I also, like, when I said buy, I didn't buy straight away. I tried to interpret what was going on, you know, and so I think I was really inexperienced, very inexperienced, with no screen time at all, and I didn't believe in this prop firm thing, despite you saying it, and me here. No, this thing seems a bit strange. Unfortunately, I didn't believe it. So I traded with my own money. I put in those 20,000 that I earned, added another 20, 30,000, and somehow the thing went there and I reached 100,000. Only I didn't take it out, right? I left it there. At the time, it was WeTrade. I was trading with WeTrade. I also didn't do the trade of 8. I was trading with WeTrade because I thought, oh, I don't know who this trade of 8 is. I was feeling overconfident, you know? Then things started going wrong. I wouldn't stop. Guys, I wouldn't stop. I mean, I was with the Nasdaq futures and stayed positioned from one day to the next.
Let's make a parenthesis here. One day you told me, dude, damn, but I made a lot of money in this business here. It's really good. That's how it is. Remember you told me?
Yeah, I do.
And I said, yeah, it's good, bro. But what you doing? Then he said, no, dude, I get into the operation here. You know, it has to work. I said, what's your stop? I don't stop. I said, man, here's the deal. So it's going to be good until the day it goes wrong, because on the day it goes wrong, it's going to break you. Remember when I said that? So you're being lucky, you have to stop. But Mauricio isn't like that. You see, he's already suspicious of everything. So he said, no, it's not working like this. I'm going to move on.
And it didn't work, right? Then I got up to 100,000 there in the account. And it was 1, 2, 3 times, 3 hits. The thing went back to 20,000. So I had 20, put in another 40, lost the 40, ended up with 20. I said, hold on, let's go. And so I started to pay more attention. So really, I don't know, nothing at all. Let me study this. Let me pay more attention. Then it was about getting into the company's own matter. Then I started to break down the company's own accounts.
It's good
right?
that you didn't give up, right? Because most people get hit like that and quit.
Because I mean, like I thought, and I still think, which is a profitable business, right? So during this period of me breaking Apex accounts, there came a point where I told Christiane, who is my wife, who has the same name as the wife, right, of Eric. I said, Christiane, don't ask me, because I'm already pissed enough, right?
Yeah.
I'm already pissed enough with myself.
I'll still have to explain it to you.
I will have to explain to you. Telling you that I am a failure. No, right? Don't ask me. Let me work here. And then it went on and on. I tried accounts of 25. I tried accounts of 50. I tried accounts of 75, I think. 1 or 2 of 150. Man, until I found my standard. I tried to do ES, right? I tried too slow.
Did you say SP 500?
Yeah, the SP 500 is too slow for me. It takes too long. I don't have the patience. It doesn't seem right.
That's not cool.
And then I found myself. I think people have to find themselves. within what's comfortable for you. So I felt comfortable with $50 accounts with a drawdown of 2,500, trading with a mini that you still think is big, right? I think it's big.
Hey, I think it's big.
Yeah, Eric thinks it's big.
But I operate differently from you. For your way of operating, which we will talk about here, okay, that's exactly it. I operate a bit longer. I look for more points, you know? So for me, I operate a little smaller, let's say.
So then after breaking, so I'll say the number, right? I spent $20,000 breaking the account until like this. I reached, before spending those $20,000, I had 10 accounts with $58,000 with $8,000 of draw now, and I broke.
He had $80,000 in his pocket.
Man, how do you manage, like, I don't know. If you ask me, how do you manage? I don't know. It's inertia. It feels like you're hypnotized.
You get into a negative spiral and can't get out.
Dude, so that was the last one. I said, no, it's not possible, guys. It's not possible. And really, I think it was all this learning, and you put your foot down, you say, you have to follow this strategy. You have to be more calm, have patience, not look for trades, and then things started evolving. Then I approved 10 accounts with 50 each. Then I approved another 10 accounts. I've had the 20 accounts since September.
Look at this, since September, and we're in December.
And I didn't break anymore. I even asked myself, because I see people in our group, and I see old people who are doing evaluation accounts. I said, these guys had PA. Did they break?
They certainly broke it.
Or do they break on purpose?
It depends. Well, let me say something to you. Interrupt a little. First of all, I recommend everyone start with their own firm, because you will have a learning curve. The system works. It's us who don't work.
Exactly.
So until you fit in and understand that you have to follow that rule, that system, that discipline, you'll hit your head a few times. So don't lose your money. Start with your own firm and begin working with your own firm. If you are able to make money operating your own firm and with your own firm's rules, which are great, then you can trade your own money, understand? Because people, they go crazy at the beginning like that, you see? They get into such emotional turmoil that they really lose everything.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't recommend anyone who is starting to trade with their own money.
That's right.
I don't recommend it to anyone. I was completely mistaken.
And two things. First, it's not necessary. And second, it's no advantage.
No.
Only if you have 100 million, then fine. But if you are going to deal with 10, 20, 30,000, man, buy 20, get an account in your own firm, and you will earn much more.
So I think one thing I already told you, I think I already mentioned to some people, the best thing about operating with a prop firm is the fact that if you follow the rules, for example, Apex rules, if you follow the rules, man, you will be a consistent trader because some people, it's unfair. They want us to do this, limit of 30%, can't lose. Man, but that will put you in a position that you have to do that. So, for example, on Thursday night, right? I was there doing something. I even saw some trades. I said, no, I won't get in now, right? And I held back. Then on Friday morning, I made my 17 points, right? I made my 17 points and stopped. It could have been much more, but I said, no, I can't, because I still can't go over the guidelines of Apex. And man, this is good because you police yourself, so you know what you have to do.
And so people think that the prop firm's rules are to not pay you. The guy creates a rule to create a lot of difficulty to not pay you.
And it's not.
Right? That's not it. It's that if I have $1 million and I am going to give it to you to trade my money, brother, I don't want you to exceed 30%. I don't want you to maintain a good standard. I don't want you to average down because, right? And Apex's goal is to pay you when they believe in you to play in the market. Got it? They're going to put you in the market. Soon they'll be putting you in the market. But then you have to maintain, man. You can't go there, average down, and lose 1 million in one day.
No way. You need to be very consistent.
Rules are made so that you become a trader who can be trusted with money. Understand? You can't be the guy who one day says, you know what? I'm going all in.
I think it's even a matter of respect for the company itself because, man, they're giving you money. They're making it possible for you to earn money. So, man, respect for this company that's paying you. And so I requested 6 payouts. One of them failed. And I agreed with IPEX. I said, no, really, this period, these 10 days that I operated poorly. I operated with a lot of risk. Yes, with a lot of risk. I operated poorly. They are right.
So they don't pay you. When you asked for that, they looked and said, those operations you did there, you risked too much. We are not going to pay you.
Yep.
Okay, what about it?
Then I said, all right, I need to step back. I need to take a step back, return to what I was doing, which is to operate more carefully.
Then you operated for another 10 days. Made a few bucks within those.
And I took 8, which is now the 8th period.
Did you make more stable money, and then did they pay you everything they owed? Or did you lose that initial money they didn't pay you?
No, it all stays there.
It accumulates. They just
It
want
stays
you to
there.
join the scheme.
So I have a lot of money saved up, but I can only withdraw 2,000 at a time. That's why I say my goal isn't to earn money, it's to score points. So how many points do I need to reach this target to maintain it? This balance I have, make a little more and withdraw 2,000. I need 15 to 20 points.
Now, let me explain something. This thing you mentioned here, that on Friday he went in early, went there, scored 15 points, right? Scored 15 points, turned off the computer and stopped. And this is important because what happens, I know, because I've done all the times I could do it, I made this mistake. Then you say, oh, I've already made 15, but the day is good, I'll put in 15 more here. Then you make a wrong trade and you're back to 0.
Yeah.
Then in your mind you think, damn, but I had 15. I'm not going to end at 0, you know? Then you're more unbalanced. You go there and boom, there it is, negative again. Now you're in the negative and you say, man, I was positive. And now, my God, I'm negative. I need to recover. Then you're already a bit off balance. You don't have a clear vision anymore. You're not calm anymore. Bang!
You're going to
go there and
take
get
another
up.
beating.
So, at that moment, you've already broken your system. What you have to do is stop, look, and say, man, I'm out of my system. I'm going to turn off the computer, otherwise I'm going to mess up. I have this discipline today. I have to look and say, man, I'm messing up. Let me turn this off and get out. You understand? Then you go home with, I don't know, $1,000 of loss. In your case, if you're working with a mini, you're leaving with $1,000 of loss. It won't break your accounts.
No, we can certainly handle it.
If you have the discipline for this that you've already exceeded, you shouldn't have done it. But if you can turn it off here, fine. But many people don't do this. Many people say, you know what? It's the company's own account anyway.
It's all or nothing.
I go all in.
Yeah,
and now I'm going to add more contracts because this is it. And then it's a trade. Boom. Breaks the accounts. Everything's gone. You have to start all over again. Approve the accounts and build up a little cushion. So he trades with the same indicator you use with Quantico Cap. Do you also use another indicator or not?
No way. Then you don't have to.
I promise it wasn't planned. That's right.
Dude, you don't have to.
He trains with the same indicator that you train with. The difference between him making a lot of money now and you still struggling is precisely this. It's discipline. He has his method, which we'll talk about in a bit. He reaches the goal, turns off the computer, and that's it. And it irritates everyone because when it's 8 and 9:30, 9:45, 9:50, guys, I hit the target, I'm leaving, see you. And everyone else is still training.
Dude, there's no better pleasure than being there like 10 in the morning. Dude, have you ever done it? I made my 15, dude. 15 points on the Nasdaq. It's like, you can do it in 5 minutes.
And look, people, he won't like what I'm going to say now because I'll mention the amount, but let's do the math here. If he has 20 accounts of 50K and he trades with one mini, and per account it's $300. Per account. So times 20 or $6,000.
Yeah, man, that's it.
If he keeps 15 points, those watching might look and say, oh, 15 points, but I want to
man,
go ahead.
you don't
make
have
it 50.
to. So, I was even writing down some things for us to discuss. One of the sentences is, how many points will make you happy? Dude, you don't need 50 points. You don't need 40. Set up your plans so that you know, with the fewest points possible, you do what you need to do. And man, then you finish everything by 10 o'clock in the morning, you have the whole day. Okay, I have the store that I need to work in. But for those who just trade, man, by 10 o'clock in the morning, you can do whatever
If he
you
doesn't
want.
break these accounts, and the trend is not to break them because it's been working for a long time, and he's already found his way, we're talking about $5,000 to $6,000 per day. And now, okay, there are days, not every day is positive, although he said that every day he ends positively. But even if not every day is positive, it's all right. There are days you lose 6,000. There are days you lose 3. There are days you lose 2. But the next day you make 6, then another 6, another 6, another 5. By the end of the month, you made a lot of money. Maintaining consistency, leverage is not the number of contracts in an account. The real leverage is the number of accounts you can have. Trading with 20 accounts is a huge advantage because you trade small in each of them, and you have leverage on all.
No, and so there are several people who ask me how it is not. I say, but how long have you been, do you have experience? No, I've been here for 2 months or so. I say, man, buy an account there. Grab a mic and stay there for 3 weeks making mistakes, because those who are just starting out make errors like, oh, I want to buy and press the sell button.
Man, that's true.
Man, so you started, entered the trade, set your stop loss, set your take profit. The thing moved fast. Boom. Hit your take profit. You forgot to turn off your
to
cancel the
out of
order.
business.
Then the thing dropped. Boom, it caught it there. So I've seen several, and it happened to me, right? So I'm trading sometimes with my sister and she's learning. So it's happening several times. I say, Susanna, it's like that. You will make mistakes, and that's the only way you will learn. That's why trade with a micro, trade with an account, make all the mistakes you want, because you need to make it automatic. You entered the trade of 8, you will look there. Is the NQ there? Yes. Is it on the minute? Yes. I'm with one account. I have 20 accounts. If I have 20 accounts, if I'm in an associated group, everything is all set. You can start, you glance, and
It's an automatic checklist that you have to do.
And you're already used to it. I mean, I operate with NQ with a variation of 5 or 10 points. When the market is fluctuating a lot, it even pulls a little more, but I'm already used to that little space. So the chart moves and I count the points by the little spaces. I said, man, it's done here. It's mine. It's over.
The little space he's talking about
Yes,
is
the grid. So 5 by 5 points, 10 by 10 points at most. So I'm already used to it. So when I entered the trade, my hand automatically sets stop loss and automatically sets take profit, because then I'm protected.
I'm protected.
That's my thing. I'm protected because that's the deal.
Just explodes.
I've already done it. If the thing goes down, I'm protected. I'll lose, but not too much. And the best thing in the world is when it starts going up and you bring your stop above your blue line.
From then on, it's
Folks,
just
when that happens, you say, thank you, Lord.
stress-free. It's either going to be a lot or it's going to be a lot.
And then sometimes it comes back, it hit there, and you say, okay, but I've already done it, because we think we tend to want to get in at the lowest and out at the highest. Oh, you'll hit your
Perfect,
head.
right? It's what I tell you. It doesn't need to be perfect. You need to make money, right? And here we also say, right? Good money is money in the pocket. Dude, so you're in the trade. Damn, I'm already making $1,000. Man, it's not in the pocket, you know? Either you put it in the pocket or you're risking when I say anything. At that moment, you don't even have time, Jim.
So, dude, it's like this. How many points will make you happy? I think this is the best sentence.
But you said the best thing in the world, but I'm going to correct you. The best thing in the world is when you make the first withdrawal and you see it's all true.
Man, we can't believe it, because I was observing and it was like The first serve was very fast.
Did you ask for it and approve it?
I asked like 6:15, right? The day ended, which was the 10th day at 5 o'clock, 6:15. It opened. I went there, boom, put down the 10 accounts, and then it stayed there. You know, pending until 1 in the morning. Yeah.
It approved.
It got approved. Man, it was 6 hours, 7 hours it got approved. And the next day in the morning, like by 3 in the afternoon, it was already in the account. I said, man, this thing is real. Eric wasn't lying. Man, and then you say, man, it's possible. I said, Christiane.
I made my first
Man,
withdrawal.
it worked. She said, no way. And then the best thing I did, I said, you know what? That day, I withdrew 20,000. I took 5,000 for myself. I said, Christiane, 15,000 for you.
Oh yeah, now the wife likes the trade.
Man, and in the other withdrawals I made too, because I had the 20,000 that I was putting on a credit card. So I had the 20,000 there, but I did that operation where I took the money and set it to pay on the card over a year without interest. So I took the 5,000, paid from 20,000, it went to 15. Then I made another withdrawal. I gave it to Christiane, keep it, stash it wherever you want. I paid another 5.
So you've paid all the money, and the wife is happy.
And the woman is happy. What more do you want?
It's not enough to be a trader, bro. You have to impress
Because
your wife.
if not, you're screwed.
All right, let's go. Tell us what the operational is. What are the indicators you look at? What triggers you to enter the trade? And what triggers where you put your stop and your profit? When do you stop an operation, and when do you make a profit in an operation?
So I've been here since January, right? So Quantico Cap has evolved a lot since January, a lot. Something like that sometimes even makes me mad. I say, wow, did Eric come up with something else here? Do I have to learn this again too? Yeah, it was so calm. Then I say, no, I'm going to, so let's go. Let's learn this again. And then you learn, and it gets better. So I'm at this point now with AI. AI is recent. I still haven't absorbed everything because, man, AI arrives with that bunch of information, a big report. I was commenting with him. Man, it's hard for me to absorb everything, but every day I'm reading because I want to reach the point, which is the same thing as doing trade with the trade of aid, doing everything automatically. So when I look at the AI and I already right away start seeing everything without having to search. Today I am searching. I search, write it down on a little paper here. I search, write it down on a little paper. So going back, I started with Quantico Cap a long time ago when there were little buy and sell signals, and we keep evolving. What I've really been using for comfort is momentum, DDF, and VIX.
Okay, so he uses the strategy of the indicators that for those of you who know, you know what we're talking about. For those who don't know, we have some indicators because Quantico Cap, I'll interrupt you a little to explain. It's not something where you look at the chart, the candlesticks, and then you make a trade based on the candlestick pattern, the graphic pattern. We don't care about the chart. The movement of the chart tells what the price did. It doesn't tell what the price will do. We have indicators at Quantico Cap that track the movement of market makers, and we try to anticipate the movement of the market maker. So we have an indicator called the DDF that keeps calculating the imbalance of buyers and sellers at that moment, and another by levels. So you have the DDF chart that tells you right now at this moment. This minute we have 65% buyers and 35% sellers. So the market is bought, and we have another one that says at this level it's bought, at this level it's bought, at this level it's bought. At this level they are already selling. So we know it will go up to here, hit here, and come back, right? So it's talking about the DDF. These indicators that give you a market direction, whether the market is up or down. So this one indicator gives you direction, the other indicator gives you strength, and then you have another indicator that gives you momentum, which is an indicator with some blue bars and some red bars that show when the market is experiencing a buying pressure or when the market is undergoing a selling pressure. So let's go. If you have an indicator that gives you the market direction is bought, you have another indicator that tells you the pressure. The market is currently with much more buying than selling, an imbalance of buyers. And then you have an indicator that gives you a moment like this. We just experienced a selling attack. Man, the market is going to rise. You are already in the direction, you already have pressure there in the options, and you have an immediate aggression in the market. It is the combination we have for a strategy called DDF moment, okay? So that's what he's talking about.
So I learned, I think, to have patience. I think that's the key word. I even wrote it down. There's a paper there, patience, because the urge to jump in and make the move is very strong. So I'm keeping myself from looking for the trade. Then when you see a little blue bar, you say, well, it's a buy. Yes, it's a buy. But I still wait a little, because if it gives me another blue bar and there isn't, then I think there's a parenthesis between these things. And the chart there of the NQ where we have the lines are fundamental in how that thing works. Right. So the volatility line, flip area, the triggers.
And the targets.
Man, that's why I say you need screen time, because you need to associate these things. So it's blue, really the VIX is pointing in the right direction. You have the DDF pointing to a percentage above 60, but dude, is it right in front of an VL?
On the face of these old ones are lines we place before the market opens. We see where we have a large weight of contracts hanging in the futures market. So these are lines where the price will probably reach, hit, and reverse. Not because it's a support or resistance. We don't look at the chart, but we check the CME site and find all the major orders, the levels where the orders are. So we place the liquidity lines, and then we say when it hits here, the market will either consolidate or return, because there is a liquidity pool here. We have a lot of hanging orders. So what he's saying is this: the market is going up, up, up. The entry occurred here, close to one of these lines. Then he doesn't enter because he knows it's a region that might go up. It could be a false signal. The signal could already be the end of the movement. It will hit there and come back. So he applies this filter. And then the screen time comes in. He is already watching the DDF. He is watching the DDF chart. Keep an eye on the line and the VIX. Man, the line went up. The VIX pointed down. That's an entry. The last filter is, look at the line. Is there a line in front?
Exactly.
No, there isn't. There is no line in front. It's heading to the line. So then he makes the trade.
So sometimes we say, how are they going to find out that something is going to happen in that line? Man, and it happens. It happens. So sometimes it doesn't happen. No, sometimes it doesn't. So I think that's something I would like to mention here, right? A Quantico Cap gives you so much good information, but like, the decision is ours. We have to decide where to enter and where to exit.
The responsibility of building the trade?
So even so, if things are moving forward for you, know it's a purchase and it doesn't work out. Man, everything was set to go well, but the market didn't respect that structure at that moment. So there's no point in arguing with Eric or saying, well, Quantico Cap got me into trouble. No, it happens.
It will happen many times.
But then all the other possibilities we had, and that were assertive, make up for any of these things that sometimes happen. But I think that usually it's us who make the wrong decision. Sometimes we enter before, or we enter after, or we enter incorrectly then. So want to find someone to blame and put the blame on Quantico Cap or Eric. Eric is saying, man, totally, I even feel sorry for him because it's so simple, right? We look at all that, interpret, and make the decision, right? You made the decision, the responsibility is ours, right? I am making the decision because I think that combined with everything I'm seeing and my experience, which may not be very large, I think we have to enter and also know when to exit.
Yes, but was it wrong? Just stop.
And even if it's going well, sometimes I'm here with my little count. How many points do I need to be happy? 15 points minimum. Man, I got 5, 6, and the thing too, I ended, take my profit. So next time, I'll have in my head, oh, I'm missing 10 points. I need to make 10 more points. Eventually, I can make 10 points in one go. And then it closed and left, right? It takes away that pressure we feel. So I think that's really important, meaning you interpret this data. Now you have more possibilities to train. There's the trading plan. There's the pullback. There's the AI.
Strategies. The DDF momentum, which is the one you use, uses DDF momentum, but he included the VIX as well. So in addition to using all the momentum, he also looks at the VIX. Okay, DDF momentum, the background, the inversion of background. So at the key levels we already talked about, here is a reversal. Here is a reversal. We have a color change in the background, which is a signal. The trading plan that he has there, broke here, buy up to there. 9:30 in the morning, it's already there. 9 in the morning, it's already there. All the breakout levels and all the targets. When you are on the platform, you will understand. And the AI now. So there are 4 strategies. You can choose one and follow one. Or you can understand all 4 and understand what is the right time to do one, what is the right time to do the other. This needs a little more screen time. And you say, today the market is sideways, I will trade the background. Today the market is strong upward, I will trade the DDF. Today the market is strongly up, I will respect the levels of the trading plan. So today I don't know what I will do. So look at the AI.
And I stay, and as you said, the market makers, they push the market. And sometimes they push in a very aggressive way. And I call that a wave. I mean, a wave like surfing. There is a huge wave, and I am not going to surf the entire wave. I want to surf that piece. I want to surf my 15 points, my 10, my 7. So, man, it went up a lot. I'll wait a little. Or a drop. I'll wait a little. I will enter according to the indicators. And I'm going to surf a little bit there. I'm going to get out of the wave. I'm not going to wait for the wave to break over me. I'm going to get out of it. I've already done what I wanted here. I exit and wait for the next wave.
We say it doesn't need to be perfect. Sometimes the guy wants to take the whole trade to the target because the guy says, hey, there are people who complain to me because it didn't hit the target. Hey, Eric, I entered.
It's not math like 1 + 1, right?
No, it's a mathematics. We have a target. The target is mathematically calculated. But here's the thing. The market has no obligation.
Exactly.
Damn, it might not go. We have something called a front runner because our target is a target that the institutions are also watching. The banks are also watching. And sometimes those guys already got in the same trade, and they're not going to wait for it to hit the target to go back. They're already getting out before.
They will ensure their money.
It's logical, you understand? So when they start to exit, the thing won't go anymore. So that's a mathematically calculated target, and you know that sometimes it hits the target and comes back. The target is 20,243, and it incredibly goes there, hits 20,243, and comes back. So the target, it hits. But the market has no obligation, you understand? So you're trading, you've got money on the line, man. Secure your money.
I won't risk it. I won't risk going all the way up there because I leave before. Because the wave is huge, but I just want this piece here for myself. Exactly, and it has worked because then you stay consistent every day.
And I'm going to make a little side note here because I know there are people watching who are traders and are the type who are perfectionists. They want to trade to make 100 Nasdaq points, you know? They want to capture an entire volatility and so on. Make 5 trades on Apex and then we'll talk. Because before criticizing the 15 points you make every day, dude, that's not the deal. We're not here to be perfect. He's a scalper. He goes there, scalps his money, and that's it. Hey man, he's been profitable since September. Every month. Well, not every month. Almost every week, like every 15 days. Withdrawing money from Apex, which is a proprietary trading firm with a lot of rules that's tough. So it works. The point is, you don't need to be a perfect trader. You don't need to hit the targets. You don't need to catch the entire day's movement. You need to go there, make your money, put it in your pocket, and that's it. Because in the end, the only thing that counts is results. Everything else is vanity.
The thing that Eric says, which is a phrase I also wrote for myself there, I mean, Quantico Cap tells you where the market is going, but you don't know when, and nobody knows. So the market goes there, but it can have some stops there. So whose responsibility is it? Mine? You know, I know that the market is going there. Now, when will it go? Who will have to decide? It's me when I enter, based on the other information we have. So I think this is really important. You study, have your screen time, have that emotional control. Be prepared with your decisions and take responsibility for your trade. Don't shift this responsibility to Quantico or any other indicator or anything else.
And trust the platform, because Quantico Cap analyzes the market and shows you the market structure. This right here is the market structure. So the thing is, people say we don't know what will... No, actually, the market has a structure, and the market has to respect that structure. The market has to respect the structure, because otherwise someone will lose money, you understand? But here's the thing. Normal day respects it wonderfully. It's incredible how it respects. The AI, it gives us a report. It says, look, this here is a pullback trade. This here is a momentum trade. This here is a pullback trade, momentum trade. This here is a scalp. It gives us 5 trades every time it updates. Dude, we've been running the AI for a month, and in a month it gives a trade every 30 minutes. We've had just one trade that went wrong with the AI until today, okay? So the market respects the structure. When does the market not respect? When you have a news event, when you have a central bank president saying something, when a president says something, when a payroll is released, when something happens in the world, when there's a headline, then the market panics and gives a scare, and suddenly it can even turn. Sometimes the market turns, but the market respects the structure. If there is no external catalyst, it will respect. The point is this: we know that it's at 520, and the max pain point of the day is at 525. And it goes there. We know it will, and the market will respect that. But suddenly to get there, you don't know where it will make some turns, where it will make some pullbacks or something like that, because we have the entire market structure, but we can't know when Chase will enter with 10,000 contracts sold to exit a position. Nobody can know who will eliminate the contract now. So the market moves, the market respects. We have some indicators to try to identify the timing of the aggressions for us to join in. And 80% of the time it works. That's our accuracy rate at the DDF. 80%. 20% of the time it doesn't work. And then I ask you, you entered a trade, it didn't work, it didn't move forward, man. It didn't even reach your 5 points. It started to go back. How do you stop it?
Man, I enter... So, as I operate with the mini, I want to make 15 to 20 points. I entered the trade, I set 20 points up and 20 points down. Take profit with 20, stop loss with 20. Eventually, then it is a matter, I think, very personal when, let's say I bought it, it came down. Then it is getting close to 20, but for some reason, evaluating it is close to a very low. It is close to the very upper
to an area you can get to.
Hold on. I lower my stop loss to 25. At most 30, I lower it. But it's my risk control based on the VL, the flip area, and the VWAP. So it's my decision. But then it hit there, got to 30 points. You said, we're screwed.
It's because it turned down.
Now let's recover. We'll lose and we'll recover. But that's what I do. If I entered the operation, is profit, take profit, and you already set the stop loss right there, and that's it. I just taught this. I mean, I didn't just teach it. I already taught this to Susanna, and she's been trading like this. She until last week. So now, how do I do it? So she still wasn't doing it automatically. Now it's automatic. So that's very good.
That's very good for you to say, because that way he enters with stop by point. You go in there with 20 stop points. But if the deal is going against you, he looks again and says, let me see if I don't have any bounce or rejection level near me. Because it ends up being a technical stop. So it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. If the stop is here and the VWAP is close by, of course he will put the stop below the VWAP. Because often the price hits the VWAP and goes back completely. If the stop is close to an VL, isn't it 30 points? Very close? Put it under the liquidity line, because it's a line the market tends to hold. So he enters with 20 points, but it ends up being a technical stop. He sort of ends up, if there's a technical level there, he ends up placing it below that level. Very good. But it's also very good to say the following, and he just mentioned here, it's 30 points at most. He won't pull it to 50 points of stop, because then it's
No, it's not possible. So I do the math, right? So I lost 30 points, 600. Okay, I'll recover 30 points. I'll recover. Will I sweat a bit? Yes, I will. So I lost. All right. I'll have my coffee. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll take a break, and I'll sit there and I'll exercise patience, right? Because even on days when I don't trade, gets to the end of the day. They're at 6 in the evening, 5 in the afternoon. Let me see what happened during the day. Then I sit and look at the day, man. Look what an ascent. What a descent. So you look at the day and see, man, if I waited, if I could, if I needed to, I could sit here and wait for 2 hours and caught this rise that was 60 points. So if this rise was 60 points, catching 15 points just from this rise would have already made me happy.
I also do that every day. I see the candles and I look at the DDF. Wow, there was quite a rise here. Let me check. Was there a signal from the DDF? There was. Where was this? Was there a momentum signal? There was. Where was the DDF? 65. I said, damn, I would have caught this rise if I were in the market now, because I saw 60% here, 65% buyers. I saw the DDF bar. If I'm in the market, I catch it. But for that, you need to be sure that you are creating a system. It's not like I would have caught that rise. I would have caught that fall. You don't know, man, because with the market happening, it's very different from when you see the market ready.
Yes, that's
ready
easy,
market,
right?
Everyone would go on the list, right, man?
Yeah.
No, damn. Of course there would be a reversal here. Damn. Of course it was clear it would accelerate. Everyone would go on the ready market list. But when the market is happening, if you don't have a system, you can't know. So I have a system. Blue bar, 60% blue DDF, I enter. Understood? I only don't enter if it's not obvious.
Exactly.
So when I do the back test, when I look at what the market does, sometimes I look and say, yeah, here I would have stopped. Here, I would have recovered everything. Here, I would have come out with a profit. I won't look at anything else because I would have stopped trading. Understand? Because I know my system. So I know that I would have operated, I would have stopped, I would have made money, in my case. The way I do it is I enter the DDF at the bar. I always place my stop below the last little swing, the last pivot. So the market went down, went up. It's below this drop here that I place it. Because if it lost this level here, it's because there's a good chance it is turning around. My stop is also technical. I don't calculate it by points. Sometimes it's a little bigger than yours. Sometimes it's a little smaller and such. But in the end, man, it works the same way. You just need to maintain consistency with a single strategy.
This is important because it gives you security. And I am even more excited because I am operating well with consistency within this simplicity, which is the DDF, the momentum, the VIX, and the bars. And I know that I have the possibility to improve even more because of the AI, and I'm not mastering it yet. I am at the point where I really need to start working more with the AI to become more familiar with it, and I know it will be possible to improve.
Suddenly a suggestion might be, keep doing what you're doing that's working so you don't risk your earnings. Then you take a small practice account, just one small account, you understand? Just to play around. Take an evaluation account, and when you finish your day with that evaluation account, have a coffee, relax.
That's a good idea.
And then, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But with this account, which you take without commitment, if in a month you succeeded and it went well, it's because you can trust it.
So you also need to have that screen time with AI. So you start to look, glance, and stop searching. You've already glanced and know, well, I already know this. Okay, I know where to exit, where the market is going. Let's go. That's what I think is going to happen soon.
Wonderful. Well, next question. Is it all true? Is Apex true? Is Quantico Cap true? Is the mentoring we provide there true? All true, yes.
All true. I was like that. Even now, I keep thinking, man, won't this turn around? Because you think, well, it's something that seems easy, it's very easy, and I'm remembering when I did it alone and it seemed easy. I had 100,000 and lost almost everything. So every day I try to keep my feet on the ground and say, man, stay the same, don't get greedy. Quite worried because I think
sometimes
that
the person gets
after
sloppy.
The fifth withdrawal, we can withdraw more, right, than 2,000 per account. So I am already thinking, man, I hope I reach the fifth withdrawal, but I hope I keep controlling myself, that I don't want to do 50 points or 60 points, because then I will risk losing what I already have there. So even if I have the possibility to withdraw more,
keep it this way.
Withdrawing 20, maybe, 30,000, you have an infinite possibility, right? A very large leverage to work with 20 accounts. But the risk is very high, so I am trying to discipline myself to really keep going and not become greedy. And I think that day-to-day, for everyone out there, whether working with micro, mini, with one contract, with an account of 25, 50, 100, I think it is really not become greedy, maintain your consistency, and know how many points you need to be happy.
And what I recommend to you is this. If it's working, don't change it. Want to do AI? Take a test account and do it separately when your day is done, so you can adapt. Because it is working and going very well. And the system you are using is a system that makes sense. You have market direction, market strength, and the moment of attack is coming. It seems simple, but it's not, man. The amount of compiled information needed to generate those graphs we create, it's a great investment, and it's a great job that we have there. So it's simple for you, but those 3 indicators took effort to make. They don't exist anywhere else, you understand? So keep doing it that way. And to wrap up, Quantico Cap. It's a platform of indicators, but regardless of selling this or not, I don't charge for mentoring. I don't sell mentoring. We deliver the best we can deliver. No, you do mentoring every morning. But what I'm going to ask you is this. What value do you see in these weekend meetings, which sometimes last 2 hours, 3 hours, or something like that? Because we have over 200 people in Brazil. In the meeting, 40 people show up. Understood? And then you have 160 people complaining that they don't make money. So tell me about the meetings.
Man, you see, so I'm on the 5th withdrawal from IPEX. I've been training since November, since January, when Eric said, we are going to have a meeting on Saturday at 8 in the morning from here. I said, all right, I'll go there. I had to go to the store. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, made breakfast for the girls, rushed out, went to the store, sat there. 8 o'clock, I was there. Why? Man, it's essential to watch these trainings, even for me, who theoretically is already a bit ahead. But man, you have to be there, because today you said several things that I noted down that, wow, went unnoticed, and they are details that accumulate in your knowledge to help you make this decision. So if I'm even surprised that you're telling me you have 200 guys in Brazil and only 40 show up, 50, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
And it's silly, isn't it? Because it's cool content that I deliver.
Man, it's not just, you don't just talk about Quantico. What I think struck me the most at the beginning was the issue of discipline, as I had no idea what discipline, risk control, and emotional control were. After you take a beating and you get lost, you mess up, you make a revenge trade because you lost and want to jump right back in to recover, you'll understand everything. So, if you didn't watch the training, it won't work out. And I will keep watching, even if it's basic. It's basic, I will go there and see what people ask. And I will absorb something. So watch it, because if you don't watch it, you can't complain.
And look, folks, the platform works. Quantico Cap is today the best platform in the world. For trading Nasdaq, there's nothing like it. And I'm saying this because we just sold a snack stand in Dubai. And this franchise belongs to a guy who is a risk professor in hedge funds in Dubai. And he is bringing Quantico Cap to the desk of all the hedge fund operators there in Dubai. We have other institutional people that we know use it. And also, I know everything that is available in the market for indicators. I have used Bloomberg, I have used Reuters, I have used many things. Quantico Cap, it was crafted with care to be exactly what we need with a team that took 2 years. So, there's nothing like it on the market for trading Nasdaq. It works. Now, you also have to work. So, we emphasize discipline a lot because in the end, that's more important. If you take Quantico Cap, trading, our current DDF, we have 4 strategies. This is the initial one. It's the simplest and works very well. It has an 80% success rate. If you take Quantico Cap and follow this strategy and set your risk control, with so many dollars I stop. With so many dollars here of loss, I also stop. I come back the next day to avoid letting emotions affect and bust an account or something like that. If you have the discipline to be a trader and you have a good platform, you will make money. Because the market is mathematical. Some people say the market is luck. It's not luck. The market is a casino. You can't tell me the market is a casino when at 8:30 in the morning I come to you and say, the market will hit here, will hit here, will hit here, will reverse here. I have this line here, this line, and throughout the day the market respects all of that. It is not a casino. The market goes where it has to go. It has a structure that we have understood how it works, how the market maker reacts to the structure. That's it. The market is mathematically calculated. The market is as follows. There are 2 buying, 1 selling, and it will go up. So it works, and it works very well. The one who doesn't work is you. And that's very good because if you don't make money because I don't work, you have no control. Now, if you don't make money because you don't function, you have control. You just need to fix what is broken. So the platform works, the market works, people make money. If you are not at that level yet, it's because you are not working. So you need to review. First, what is the strategy you are going to use? Is it the DDF moment? Then just use the DDF moment. Forget everything else. Use the DDF moment. Secondly, where is your stop? How are you going to work with your stop? How are you going to work with your profit? With how many points do you end the day? And then you have to have the discipline to maintain these rules. Choose the strategy, create your rules, and keep your discipline to follow these rules. Do this for a month, then tell me what happened.
I want to make an observation that I did not make. That I enter the trade, set my stop loss, set my take profit at 20 points, but I set the take profit at 20 points. If it hits hard, it will go there and I already gained 20, but it usually doesn't even reach there. Usually it hits 5, 7, 8, and I already stop.
If you lose power, you stop.
Yeah, I set it just in case it hits hard, but I stay on the exit button because sometimes people might think, you're setting your take profit at 20, but I set it in case it hits hard and I profit
Already
right
out.
away. Now, usually I exit earlier.
Sometimes he hits and comes back quickly.
And then I'm secured there.
It happens. He hits and comes back quickly. When you see the hit,
It's
you try to
gone.
get out, but he's already back halfway through your exit, and you still lose everything, you know? So it's always good to have both a stop and a take profit in place for safety.
So look, I am very happy. I am very satisfied with Quantico Cap. with the guidance that Eric gives every day. Man, you have to be patient because he keeps repeating the same thing. And obviously, there are more things he talks about during the day that sometimes he doesn't say one day, says the next. I am very satisfied with Trade of 8, which he also recommends to us. It is an easy system to operate. I have already traded with Fidelis. I have already traded with E-Trade. Trade of 8 is very easy. It is geared towards futures, and I am very satisfied with IPEX. It's a serious company. I had an interview with IPEX yesterday, and yes, super cool. The guy who...
The CEO who interviewed you, I think...
I don't even know. It was super cool and a serious company. They pay you if you follow the rules, so... Man, I have nothing to complain about. Just thankful. Thank you.
That's what makes it worthwhile. We see that Mauricio, thank God, is in a very good position here in the United States. He's a businessman who is already established. But this can change many people's lives.
Mine too. It makes things a lot easier. Just making Christian happy. My life turned into paradise.
20,000 and spend 6 months. Follow what he is saying here. Follow what I am saying here. That in 1 month, 1.5 months, you are already on the way.
It's just that I did, I think I went too eagerly.
The mistakes everyone makes.
It's kind of responsible, I think, that I went very fast, wanted it very fast, and it's not like that. So today, when someone asks me, when someone says, how are you doing it? I say, man, take it easy. Don't do what I did. It's better to take it slow. You'll absorb it. You'll pick it up.
Start with
it'll
a
be
small
good.
amount. Get the hang of it with this one small amount. If it goes well, it's cool. You feel confident. Buy 2 or 3 more. Don't rush too quickly, like he said, right? Because you don't need to. Dip your toe in the water. Feel how the water is. If it's cool, you liked it and all, then later you go in.
And I have many, I'm a guy who really values my friendships, so I left Brazil 20 years ago, and my friendships from Brazil continue to this day. We meet, we chat, so I really value my friends, and for me to recommend my friends to, look, take a look at this, because this might be something you could earn some money with. It's because I really trust this. I'm not going to put any friend of mine, any acquaintance in trouble. So I watch the 4-hour video, which explains everything. If you think it's for you, I'll give you some tips and all, but I really recommend it to people I value because I don't want anyone to get into trouble, never putting my friends in trouble. I think it works.
Folks, thanks for watching. I hit something here. My son even jumped over there. I hope you enjoyed it. Try to put this into practice. Try to take advantage of this interview if necessary. Watch it again, paying attention to the details, and make the switch yourself. An indicator, a system, a discipline, a rule. Follow this for a month and you will see the difference. All right? Hugs, thanks. Thanks.